Hello here on my channel. So this is my first video in English, so don't blame me. I know I have a hard German accent, but I will show you something, and I will show you how to rent a Prospector and how to mine Quantanium is 3.17.2 with a rented Prospector. Some people say it's not possible because you can't change the laser on a rented Prospector, but I will show you a way how you can change very easy the laser on the rented Prospector and mine Quantanium even on the same way, or in the same way with a board Prospector. So to begin that, you must go to ARC L1, yeah, to the White Forest station. Here, that's where I am at the moment, and you need about must calculate about 80,000 alpha UCs. So 80,000 alpha UCs is good. Perfect would be about 100,000, because then you can buy some modules if you want. But to mine Quantanium with a Prospector, it's necessary that you have about 80,000 K on your bankroll. So just show you the way. If you land at Acker 1, you will enter the station at this point. Go to the left side and take the elevator and go down to the refinery station. And the thing is that on Acker 1 you have everything you need. You can rent the Prospector, you can buy the laser, which we need for mining Quantanium, and you have the easiest way to the spot where you can easily mine Quantanium. So it's the best spot to mine Quantanium. You go to the shop, to the mining support center, and on the left side you have these terminals, and on this terminal you rent your Prospector. So it's about 50,000 K roundabout, and you can rent it for 1 day. At the moment, for 3 days it's bugged, because if I go rent a ship, it will cost about 1 million. So don't rent it for 3 days, rent it for 1 day or for 7 days, but normally rent it for 1 day. So it's about 51,525 alpha UCs. Just rent the ship. I have it already rented, so just go on rent a ship, confirm rental, and you will have it at your spawn station. So it's not here at the moment. Second thing, go to this refinery shop, go on utility, on mining laser heads, and you need this one. It's about 23,500 alpha UCs. It's a Lancet MH1 mining laser, and you must buy it. You can't rent it, you must buy it. So go on buy. I will do it one time. So you bought it. If you have some money left, you can buy some of these modules, and I prefer the Stampede module and normally the Search module, but the Search you don't get at Arc 1. So here you can buy a Stampede, but it's not necessary. So at the first, or for your first trip, don't do it. Just buy the mining laser and everything is fine. So after you bought the mining laser and rent the Prospector, we go back to the terminal. Where you arrived at the station, so take the elevator, go back up. go to hangars and HEPs. And now, just first go to the medical clinic station, or you want to call it, and go to this terminal here, to the regeneration terminals. Here you can, I reset it. Moment. That's how it looks if you open the terminal and just click on transfer imprint, and if you die, you will spawn at this station. That could be very, very important. So now if I die, I will spawn here. Because that's the first tries if you try out to mine. It could really be that you will die a few times, and then it's not so funny if you wake up at Microtech at your beverage or something like that. So don't waste your time and transfer your imprint, because if you want to mine, this is the place to be. Now go on the terminal and
to the ASOP vehicle retrieval
claim
station.
your Prospector. I already rented one, you see it here, rented for 3 hours left, because I made the video also in German and now it's on English. So I could make it here, so claim it, you know how it works. Claim the Prospector, and the Prospector will be delivered to ARC L1. So if the Prospector is claimed, just open over F1 or F2 this HUD and go on the vehicle loadout manager. And now we must glitch on the Lancet laser to the Prospector, because the normal laser on your Prospector is the arbor mining laser, and it's not really possible to mine Quantanium with it. It's possible, but it's very hard. Normally you need the Lancet laser. So it would be perfect if there are only 2 ships here. So one ship with which you arrived here, and the Prospector. The Prospector, you see, is rented. So because it's rented, you're not able to change anything. If you choose it, it would be shown here. Oh, so Prospector, yeah, here it is. You can look what systems are in your Prospector, what paints, your weapons, and your utility. Here, because I already done it, would be normally the arbor mining head. So you will see it on your screen now. But I have no laser equipped on the Prospector at the moment, on my rented Prospector. So it would be not possible to mine with it. And now I show you how to put everything on the Prospector like it's your own ship. So we must make a little trick. Go on your first ship, and you see the 3D model. And now you must switch between the Prospector and the second ship you have in your inventory here very fast. So click on the Prospector and instantly click back on the, in my case it's Pisces, and you must do it as fast as you can. So like this. That worked. Now here is the Anvil Pisces shown, but the 3D model is the Prospector. And if you do it right, you have, your screen will show the Prospector like my screen do, and you can change everything. I do it again, because it doesn't work every time. So go on the Prospector and on the Pisces. Now you see it was not fast enough. So Prospector, Pisces. Now it works. So if you do it like this, it will never work. So that's too slow. You see? Too slow. Because some people told me it doesn't work. It works. Believe me. You're just not fast enough. So if you're fast enough, it's no problem. So here we have it. Go on utility. Your Lancet laser you bought is already in your inventory and it's shown here. And upper on the Lancet there would be the Arbor mining laser. Click on the Lancet laser. Save a change. Or save changes and equip. And now you see the Lancet laser is mounted on the Prospector. And that was it. That's the whole trick. If you saved, go back, go to the terminal.
Welcome to the aSOC vehicle retrieval system.
Yeah, nice.
Welcome
Bugged.
to the aSOC vehicle retrieval system.
And retrieve your Prospector.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your
That's the
vehicle
first.
has been delivered to the following location. Please visit us again.
First selection. How could I tell you? That's the first thing we must do to mine Quantanium. Now go to the hangar. Be aware that you have your suit on. What the heck? Oh, nice. Somebody brought us some hot dogs. Heh. Funny. Yeah, here's your Prospector. And if you go to the front, you will see this mining head. This is the Lancet. You see it on the sign, Grey Kit Industrial. Normally it's the Arbor mining laser, but if you have this mining laser mounted, everything works fine. So enter the ship. And I will show you very quickly how to mine Quantanium in the easiest way in Star Citizen 3.70.2. The easiest, fastest way, and it's the best way to make money in Star Citizen. There's no other way where you can make more money than with mining Quantanium, in my opinion. So press R to fire it up. Asking for
You are clear to launch.
start and go on your star map, and now just make a course to CRU L5. So through the sun, CRU L5. We are now getting to the Aeron Halo Belt, where you can very easily find good Quantanium rocks. All rocks you find are mineable for you. There are no rocks which are too big to mine. That's why we are not going to Luria, because there are many rocks which are too heavy to mine. You can mine every rock if you know how, but for the start, believe me, it's much more easier to go into the belt. So we start our quantum drive to CRU L5, but we don't want to fly the whole way. We will jump out of the quantum drive if we are in the Halo Belt, and that's at about 39.64 million kilometers. And if we reach the point, you just press B to go out of the quantum drive. So again, we want to reach 39,640,000 kilometers. But I will write it down in the description of the video, so you can easily find the wrong number there. Of course, we have the stock quantum drive on the Prospector, so it's very slow. I will make another video where we equip the Prospector, our own Prospector. At the moment, I have only a rented one. I will buy it today, but I only mind with a rented at the moment. So, like you, I hope. So we're coming nearer to our point. So it's 30, and yeah, now I press B, and if we look, we are at about 39. Yeah, 66644. Nice number. And if we look around, I think, oh, I did a mistake. We are in the halo belt. Here are some asteroids, but no, I made a mistake. We want to jump out at 39.46. So now we are at the outer ring, but we want to go into the fifth ring of the halo belt. So about 250,000 to go. We are now flying in the belt. Now we jump off. Yeah. And as you see, much more asteroids here. And that's the point where we want to be. Now we will calculate our route back to Arc 1. That's because if you're full with Quantanium and you're a little bit nervous and you have the route set it to CRU L5, it could be that you jump to CRU L5 and there's no refinery, and then you have a really big problem because you can't bring your Quantanium in time back and you will lose your ship and the Quantanium. Now press M and we are going on our mining mode. There's one thing more you must do. Press escape, go to the options, to key bindings, advanced control customization, and vehicle flight radar. And here you must set your keys for increase and decrease ping angel, and I prefer left alt and mouse wheel up, mouse wheel down. So double click, press left alt, mouse wheel up, say okay. Don't worry about, it's funny. So left alt, mouse wheel up, mouse wheel down, and activate ping is tab. It's the same then in scanning, but without left alt. That's all. Go back, turn, and now we make a very easy, or I will show you a very easy way to find Quantanium box. I will promise we need about 5 minutes. I hope. Otherwise the video would be very long. Make your first ping with pressing tab, and you get these results. Now press left alt, put your mouse wheel up, and you see it here. There. You see the number is changing. 360 degrees up to 2 degrees. And now, if you go on your result and ping again, you see there's a rock. It's only one rock. We do it again because I want to show you what normally happens. So back with left alt and mouse to 360 degrees, ping again, you get your results back. On 2 degrees, ping again, and now you see here asteroid P-type. The first we scanned, was not scannable. That happens, yeah. So again 360, and you can do it up to 12.1 kilometer. There you get your results. 2 degrees, ping again, and bingo. Asteroid Q-type. And Q-type means Quantanium. So if you find an asteroid with Q-type, you found an asteroid with Quantanium. Go back to 360, you see the ping, 12.1 kilometer, and fly there. Normally, I limit my speed at about 300 kilometers or 300 meter per second. Just roundabout. That's not too fast or not too slow. Go back to your mining mode. And just fly there. Don't fly too fast. Just put your target a little bit up on the ping so that you don't crash. Now brake. You see here are 2 asteroids, 1 and 2. And you see on your green, oh that's good, that's a good one I think. I hope so. Yeah, that's not the best, but it's okay. You see this green area. This is Quantanium and this is also Quantanium. If one has Quantanium, the other has Quantanium too. Here, the green area is very big. If you see it, that the green area is big, you see it before you get the results, you know it's not good. It's only 2%. So the good rocks are with a little area of green, and here you see you have 28.8 SCUs and a mass of 4,631 ton. If you have a mass of 5,000, the percentage of the Quantanium is the same than your SCU of Quantanium, and you can load on your Prospector 32 SCUs of Quantanium. So we are a little bit under 5,000. So we will have about, I think, 26% of Quantanium inside this rock. 26 SCU Quantanium is the rock. I would take it, but it's very on the edge. Yeah, but it's too good to leave it here. You don't have a clean load of 32 SCUs, but 26 is also okay. And if you refine it, you make a profit with this rock about 230k. And it was very fast. So, of course, I'm talking all the time, but normally I jump here, I ping 2 times, I have it, I mine it, I fly back, and it's done in about 15 minutes. Yeah, from start at Arkel-1 to the second start at Arkel-1. And that's very good, because if you do it 4 times, you don't find every time as fast as me now a rock, but if you do it 3 times, that's normally you make 3 runs in an hour, you make about 750k per hour. That's very good with a rented Prospector. So now start your laser, go on 100%. I prefer to go on the rocks that this area is in the dark area of the stone, so I can clearly see where my level of charge is, just to make it easier. And a good range for this rock, yeah, is about 20 meters away. That's okay. If it's bigger, so with 5.2 tons, you can go a little bit closer like this. Then it goes up a little bit faster, but normally about 20 meters, it's a good range. But if you're in the green area, you must drop your laser power a little bit by scrolling the mouse wheel. Because you don't want to get in this red area. If it explodes and the red area is a little bit charged, like the green area will be in a few seconds, then the rock explodes and can kill you. So I will show it one time, like this. Now we are going too high. You get a warning and you see it's raising, yeah? And you don't want to fill the green area and the red area is filled too. That's not so nice. So now it's empty and nothing happens. The rock just explodes and everything is fine. Now we must scan it. In this we have about 58%. Of course we will crack this too. The orange one we must crack a second time. And if we get the violet rocks, we can scoop them up. Normally it breaks in 3 or 4 parts. Depends on the size. Here the size or the mass is about 850 tons. So I think we will get 4. Oh, that's not good. Get 4 chunks. Nothing happens. So it's a little bit laggy. 3, 4, 4. Now you see it's violet. If we scan it, yeah, on the edges, and it's ready for scooping up. But first we crack the whole rock. Second one, little green area, so there's Quantanium inside, but only 8%. 8% is very, very bad. So 8%, that's 0.8 SCU of Quantanium. The whole one, so we leave it. Because otherwise we have so many rocks and yeah, 20. It's a very bad rock. Yeah, it's a very, very bad rock. Normally I will not get this anymore because yeah, I can show you why. If we collect too much other materials, we are full of cargo and we have not much enough Quantanium inside. So this rock breaks very badly. But if you're a beginner, of course you will collect it. I think so. Let's see how it breaks the second time. Perhaps there's one good chunk of this rock. Split in out. And we only want Quantanium. We don't want any other things. 29. That's really bad. 22. Yeah, makes no sense to mine it. Because if we scoop it up, we can't crack it a second time. And we will get so much of this inert material, which makes our cargo full, that we are not able to collect much Quantanium. So we will finish this rock with about 15, 18 SCU and then we are full because we can't get every quant rock and that makes no sense. So I search a second rock for the next rock. I scan on 360, not scannable. So it's not necessary to go there. Same. That's a bug. They are not scannable. But don't Scannable. That's the point, it's Star Citizen, but not normal that there are so much not scannable rocks. This is scannable. M-type, we don't need it. Not scannable. If you have it like this, that there are so many rocks which are not scannable, just make a quick jump back to Arc L1. Just a few kilometers, a few thousand kilometers. And normally, so you see it, we're 4,000 kilometers. Go back to mining mode, 360. Ping and go on 2 degrees, scan E-type, M-type, .3, just go a little bit closer, M-type, but you see the most here are scannable, so yeah. I said it. And that's the normal way, yeah. You need a little bit of time to find good rocks. That's normal. M-type. Type. Take this one. Type. Type. There's the next Quantanium rock. So as you see, it's not so difficult to find Quantanium rocks. The second thing is we need a good one. So a good one would be about 5,000 tons of mass and about 35 to 40% Quantanium. That's a very big good rock because you get a clean load. You will go back with 32 SCU, and that's the normal way to mine. Closer, it's scanning, it's a little green area. It's quite the same amount as the last one, it's 50%. Not good enough for us. Scan this one here, just passed. Q-type. The next Quantanium rocks. Let's go closer. We scan it again. Again. Small green area, not as small as I hoped. 20%. Both together would be okay, but I will show you. That's a pity. Big cluster, not scannable. 2 degrees. E-type. But as you see, there are so many Quantanium rocks in the belt. It's just depends on the time you are searching, and you will find scan. Yeah, that's since yesterday that many rocks are not scannable. Nobody knows why, but it's Star Citizen. There we was already, so don't need to go there again. Type. So we hop another little step back to Arc L1 and do it there again. There's my point. Now of course I can cut the video and just show you very quick how to find it, but I think it's important that you know often you find very, very fast a good rock, but it could be that you need to search a little bit. And that's the way you do it. Yeah. So we've not the best server. So at this point you could hop on another server, because it could be that there are not so many rocks which are not scannable, but we found a few rocks. Oh, there's a big cluster. That's nice. Yeah, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 or 9 rocks of Quantanium. And I will promise that we are not able to get everything with us. So if you mine with 2 people, that would be the point. You would say to your mate, hey, I find a big cluster, just come over here. Because I think there's enough for 2 prospectors. Or 1 mole. But it's a beginner guide, so prospectors. And you see green area too big. Too big, too big. So don't waste my time with scanning everything. I just look on the green area. And there's not one quantity which is good enough to mine. They are all shit. Oh, this I forgot. That happens very, very... no, not really often. From 10 clusters in this big size, there's one which has no Quantanium inside to fill you up. Normally there are 2 rocks inside which are very good. Well, come on. I had a ping. Wie that it's not scannable. It is not scannable. It's also Quantanium, but not scannable. It could be that this is a clone of the cluster we just saw. If you see, nothing happens. We get no scan results. So it's a very, very buggy server. Yeah. It's happens if you want to make a short video.
Mining mode off. Landing gear down. Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Fracture
Aus.
mode on. Mining mode on. Landing gear up.
It's a good mess. It's a maximum mass in the bed. The maximum is 5122. You will not find any rock which is bigger. And it's very on the edge to mine it with a Lancet laser, but it's no problem, it works. There is a big amount of Quantanium inside, it costs a little bit of time, but if it's a good rock, it's not a good rock, of course not. It would be the perfect one. And believe me, this is... It happens not so often that you need more than 5 minutes of searching, because normally the second rock you find is a good one. That's very rare. that you need so much time to find a good rock, like in this video now. But it's okay, so you can see that it's luck, yeah. We have the next one. Depends on your luck. It's not skill, yeah. Sometimes it works very fast, sometimes you need a little bit more, but if you know how to mine and you mine about 10 hours, I will promise you make a average of 700,000 alpha UCs per hour. That's my average, yeah, with a Prospector. With a normal Lancet laser. Yeah. And now I think we have our one found. Unbelievable 11. Come on, game. That makes no sense. Don't blame my YouTube video. Scannable. I will not cut it. You can scroll forward, of course, but I will not cut it. I want to show you the truth, not the part where you go into the belt. That's why we don't take the first. It was not good, but it was not so bad. But yeah, I will show you the truth of mining and not the... Yeah. You hop into the belt and there's the first rock and then you are back in 10 minutes. That works, of course, but it's not every time.
Quantum travel complete. Fracturing mode on.
And often I hear
Mining mode.
I hear from people, it's so frustrating and I don't find anything. I'm too stupid. That's bullshit. You're not too stupid. If you do it like this and you don't lose your... I don't know the word in English. Just stay calm, I want to say. Don't be pissed because you must search for half an hour. Sometimes it's a game. Yeah, futile. Rocks, so 2 chances to have a good one. And you see, you find much Quantanium rocks, but how much Quantanium is inside, it depends on luck. Nothing more, it's just luck. The only way is to scan them. Scannable. Not my server. Not my server. Jesus Christ. Stay calm.
Mining mode
Even me.
off.
Stay calm.
Quantum travel engaged. Quantum travel complete. Fracturing mode on.
after this video, you know how to skip. Believe me. You really know how to skip. On. Oh, 360. Scan. Tower. Don't remember when it was that I scanned so many Quantanium rocks and there were only bullshit rocks. And I really mine a lot, so believe me, that's not normal. If this is not a good rock, we will change the server. Yesterday we had a hard day. We were mining with a mole and a prospector on Luria and in the belt. And we haven't much luck. It was very, very hard yesterday. This is the second day. But I only must be pissed and yeah. 29%, 5,100 mass. That's about 31 SU, so it's no. Makes you 95% full. If it breaks good, you can just scan the other nearby. No, we take this one. Oh, mining mode. We're going to the back side. And pray that it don't break as bad as the last one. And you see, it's bigger, so it's about 5.1, 5,122 tons of mass. And you need a little bit more of time to bring it in the green area. Because this is about the maximum, so the maximum of the Lancet laser is about 5.5 tons. I think 5.5 with no modules equipped. You can crack, but it's yeah, you can crack it, but it's a 6,000 ton rock you can't crack with a Lancet without modules. It's not possible. So 5,400, perhaps 5,500 you can crack, but it costs a lot of time. So if you go a little bit closer, it will race a little bit faster, but be aware, don't explode the rock, because if you're so close and you're a little bit in the red area, you will get damaged or your ship will be destroyed. So if you arrive in the green, just go a little bit back and then manage your laser intensity. There are mining lasers in Star Citizen which has more power, like the Helix. The Helix is the most powerful laser. But if you mine Quantanium, the instability of the rock is very high, so it jumps up and down. And if you try this with another laser than a helix, or with a different laser than a helix, it will jump all the time and you are not able to control the power. So the helix for Quantanium is not the best choice. It's possible with some special modules, but it's very hard to mine, and it will often happen that you will explode a rock. Especially the little ones. So if you crack the first time, if you crack the second time, then it will be very, very hard to mine it with the helix. Goes before green. So we are ready to manage our laser intensity. Because if you're in the green, you don't need as much power as before to hold it there. So we're at 68% now. More. That's how you do it. Just go back and forward, and if you're close to crack it, just go back out of the range of the stone, and everything is fine. So 100%, this is perfect. I hope the second is also good. Hoppa. That happens if you don't look. And now nothing happens, but if the green area is full and you go into the red, then go back and turn your laser off. So now the point is reached where we cracked it, and it is leasing, and the red area was not charged, so no problem. We don't need to scan it because you see green area too big, no Quantanium inside. No Quantanium inside, that's good, because then the other has more quant inside. Like here. Yeah, perfect. A second one with 100% quant, no inert material. That's a good break. That's different to the first rock we saw. Because we have a clean load. Because we can only collect 32 SCU, not only quant, everything. If you have a rock with 20% quant and 80% of inert material, yeah, it will fill up your cargo, but not only with quant, even with inert material, and you don't get money for inert material. And you don't get much money for the other materials, like quartz or tungsten or beryl. So you only want to have quant in your cargo room. That's why you need pure Quantanium blocks. And it's much easier to scoop it up. So, I think we scanned everything. We have only this one. But is there something inside? Yeah, 4%. But 4%, the whole rock has 20 SCU of cargo space, about, yeah, and 4% of 20 SCU is Quantanium, so it's not worth to crack it. You can do it, but now we only cracked 100% rocks, so we don't need to scan anything, because everything we can scoop up, because if you go on a yellow one, we can't scoop it up, as you see. It's not possible. Yeah? You can only scoop up the violet ones, and everything we cracked was with 100% Quantanium, so we don't need to scan them. We can just scoop up everything which is Purple. It's the fastest way. And we only get Quantanium in our cargo space. And here you see that your cargo space will raise. And in a few seconds you will see that a timer begins to drop. And that's the timer, yeah, there you see it. That's your current stability here. And your time until it gets critical. So now we have 14 minutes to go back to the station. If we scoop up new Quantanium, the timer will raise a little bit. So now we are at 14 minutes. If we scoop it up, you see it's again at 14 minutes. Just drops a few percent. I will now show you what I mean with scooping up the wrong material, because we have some cargo space left. We have 28 SCUs of Quantanium inside. And now I will crack this, not because we have much time. As beginner I will go back now, but I know how to fly back, so it's not that time critical for me. So we will crack this one, and I will show you what happens if you crack a rock like this. And where the problem is, why I normally don't crack it. The problem is we just scooped up the chunks with 100%, but if we crack this first, we will have 3 or 4 chunks with bad material, and it will happen that you will... the server is so laggy. Normally it explodes immediately, and here it takes 10 seconds. And this rocks will be between your 100% chunks. And then you don't be able to scoop everything up which you see, because you must scan them. Here are 12%. And it costs time. And time is money. 4%. That was the point with the last rock. We have in every crack we had Quantanium inside. And if we scoop this rocks up, of course we only get the percentage which is inside. So the best here is 12%, I think. Yeah. And look on the cargo. If I scoop it up, we will get other materials like inert material and beryl. And our cargo room is now full. So we only get a little bit of Quantanium, but 3 SCUs of inert material and 0.28 of beryl, and it's not worth it. Yeah. We need a pure load of Quantanium. In this case we have 28.51 SCUs. And now we can just jump back, because we already set our spawn point as we arrived. And we go back to Arc 1. So this tutorial is no longer than I wanted to be, but you saw a really bad trip, so a really time wasting trip. But even in this trip, I think we need 40 minutes for the whole trip. I don't have a timer here, but at the end we will see how long it takes to go there. And of course I explained a lot, and but I think that would be, if we do it a little bit faster, would be a 40 minutes trip. But we have 28.5 SCU, so it's about 250,000 profit at the end. 240, 250,000. It's better than the most other things in Star Citizen. If you look on the profit. Yeah. It's a bad trip, but even the best way to make money. And normally you have many good trips and one bad trip. So it happens, yeah. But I don't want to cut it. Just write me in the comments if you want that I cut those videos and just show you very quickly the good view on Quantanium mining. I can do it, of course. But I think it's important that you know, don't be frustrated if you have a bad trip, because that happens. Even to a guy like me who's mining a lot, yeah. If you want to see the German videos, there are some videos where I show you how much you can make in 1 hour. It's even without a cut. And you see, you can have 3 good trips, or 4 good trips, or 5 good trips in a row. And then you make a ton of money, of course. And that's the normal way, but even I have bad trips. No. This is a bug. We must calculate the route again. So we are heading to Arc L1. That's our station, our home point for mining, as I said at the beginning. Especially on your first trip, it could be that you arrive here and in a few seconds, in 20 seconds I think, there will be a flashlight begins to blink, and you will hear a beep 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 beep. So I think now or now. That makes you nervous. Don't panic. You have about 7 minutes left if the yellow light begins to blink. And you have 2 minutes if it goes into the red area. And I will wait until the yellow flashlight will blink. Don't panic and don't fly too fast. There it is. Don't fly too fast to the station. Many people just go with full boost, 1000 meter per second to the station, and the worst case, you will fly into the station, or you will pass the station and then you lose time. So just calm down, fly slowly. If you go out of quantum drive, put down your landing gear that you don't forget it. I just did it. Ask for landing permission. You will get your hangars here on the orange side, normally in the middle one, but there's a player at the moment docking, so we get the right hangar, or if there are 2 players, you will get the left hangar. But this is the point where you must go. The orange part of the station, there are your hangars if you arrive. No, just land very, very soft, because with Quantanium you don't want to have a hard landing, because this will drop your timer or it will explode your ship. Press I to turn off your engines. Press on German it's Z, but I think it's Epsilon on your keyboard to go out of the seat. now there's time. Yeah, your time will not stop now. It will. Your time of your Quantanium will. Your timer of the Quantanium will stop if you storage your ship. If you stored it, yeah. That happens if you go to the terminal and store your ship.
Welcome to the aSOC
Like I do
vehicle
now.
retrieval
I store
system.
it. Just wait a sec. So, it's stored, and now
Please visit us.
your timer don't drop anymore. Yeah. Go to the refinery. And on the refinery you have two options now. You can sell your ore immediately. Then you only get about half of the alpha UCs you will get if you refine it. But I will show you how to do that. So go up to the refinery station. It's here. And you have 4 terminals. These are the refiner refine terminals, and if you want to refine it, and these are for ore sales, so you can directly sell it. Especially if you start with only 80,000, you need to rent a ship to bring it to the TDD. Yeah, on area 18, for example. That's the best way to go there. But you need to rent a Cutlass Black, or better, a Freelancer Max. You can rent a Freelancer Max at Beijini Point in the cargo center, because the Freelancer Max has about 110 SCU, so you can bring away about 3 flights of your Prospector one time. With the Cutlass you only can fly one of your Prospector flights, so takes the Freelancer Max. But you need money to rent a ship, and if you have only 80,000 bucks and you rent a Prospector and bought a Lancet laser, then it could be that you have no alpha UCs left. And then it's possible to sell your ore, and you need money to refine it. A little bit, not much, but you need it. So it's possible that you need some money, some cash, and if we sell it directly, it's about 125,530 alpha UCs you get instantly without any more work. So if you click it here, it's gone, and this will go on your bank account. But we want to make more money, and we want to double up the money, and I will show it here. Show it now. Here you select your location, Prospector, you will set up a work order. Just take the Quantanium, and if you have Borase, but normally just take the Quantanium. The other materials are not worth it. Just Quantanium. Quantanium is about 88 SCU per quantity. So here you must choose your process method. So there are only 2 you need to know. It's the ferrum and the Dynix.
Welcome.
It's very easy. The Dynix just costs half of the ferrum method, but takes the double of time. But these are the both methods where you get the most out of your Quantanium. You see it here. So we have 2,851 on Quantanium inside. That's 28.5 SCU. And after the refinery process, we will have 2,708. So we have a little bit of loss. The Dynix method takes about 1 day and 50 hours and costs you 5,862 alpha UCs. if you go to the Ferron, I don't checked it now. No, you see 2708 was with the Linux. I calculate again, and it's the same yield, but the price doubles up, but the time half. It's a half of the time, yeah? So if you want to get money fast, you must take this method. It's a little bit more of, you need a little bit more of alpha UCs. The best way is the Linux, if you have time. So we can calculate this. One moment. Just open my calculator. We have 2708. So we will, if we bring it to the TDD, we have 238,304 minus the cost of 5,862. So let's say we have 233,000 about, yeah? Yeah, 233, so we say 230,000. That's our profit, 230,000 with this method. And again, if we sell it directly, we only get 125,000. So we make more than 100,000 alpha UCs more if we refine it and bring it to the TDD, and that's the way to go. So set up work order, Quantanium, Linux, get quote, and confirm. Confirm again, because we don't take every ore we have inside. That's why we get this message. We confirm it. Done. That's how it looks if you mine a little bit more. This is the one we just put in the refinery. And these are the normal ones. You see 3031, 3039, 3039. That's pure Quantanium loads with a Prospector. And it's funny because here you see 25 minutes left, 58 minutes left. So I need 23 minutes from this one, also from this one into the refinery station to this one into the refinery station. So you see it's a normal way. Yeah, 23 minutes for a full run of Quantanium, so you can make about 2.5 up to 3 runs in 1 hour if you do it right. And then, of course, you make 800k plus. Yeah, that's the way. At the end of the day, I have a ship. I just bought it, which I take for transport to the... oh, it's not here at the moment. Ah, no, there. Which I take for transport or to the TDD. That's my Taurus. If you rent one ship, it will be on this list. You choose it, then you just go on collect, and you can collect everything you have in the refinery into your ship and bring it to the TDD and sell it there. I will not do it at the moment because the Taurus has about 174 SU of cargo space, and I want to fly a full load because I want to buy my own Prospector next. So I will not get it full at the moment. That's why I just wait until these work orders here are finished, and if they are finished, I have quite full load and bring it to the TDD, sell it there, and buy my Prospector, my own one. And I don't need to rent one anymore. Yeah, I hope you understand everything, and yeah, thanks for your time, that you watched this video till the end, even if it was a little bit boring in the middle section. I hope it was okay for you and you enjoyed it. Yeah, let me know in the comments if you want to hear more from me in English. Perhaps my English will get a little bit better in the future, because I'm a little bit rusty in speaking English. I think you heard that. And yeah, see you in the verse, and see you again. Thank you. Bye bye.